So we're all going to start in child's pose, which means you'll need to start. Telling you off. So start with like wide knee and then stretch those arms forward. So we want to make sure this is active, not just static. So you use your breath to move into the stretch a little bit more. So the breath out, free some space, and sink the head and chest down towards the floor. Reach the fingers forward, lift the elbows. So grip down into the floor to hold your arms there and pull your buttocks down into your heels. So you want to get your arms fully extended. Elbows off the floor. Direct it, melt it. Breathe into the sides of your ribs. Reach your fingers a little bit further forward, pull your buttocks further back and drop that head and chest even lower. If you're up, if you don't like the hips, the hips don't like the position, just come into an elbow, back stretch, curving spine. Take one more breath here. And then lift your eye gaze, bring yourself onto your hands and knees, bring the knees onto your hips. Lift your chin, lift your buttocks, pull your shoulders back, let your spine drop. Let your spine go the opposite way. And we curl it under, scooping the belly. And open the shoulder blades. Repeat that through your own breath. Breath in, release. A breath out, a curve. So your abs just drop and sink as you come down. And then your abs squeeze and tuck in, like you do a crunch as you push away. Do a couple more of those. Right, we are going to drop down into our elbows. I want you to interlace your fingers. Make sure you've got a nice firm grip. Tuck your toes under. Keeping your knees bent, lift your bottom and begin to lengthen your spine. So lift your hips to the sky. Your head is hovered off the floor. Your eye gaze to your toes. And I want you to push your right heel down, keeping the left knee bent. Carefully flip it over and straighten the opposite leg. So warm up the hamstrings. So it's downward facing dog on your elbows. Take my socks off and sit. So keep your hips quite high at this point. You want to have your hips high up to the sky. So there's no pressure at all for the moment. Enjoy the stretch. Walk a few more times through those legs. And then press both your heels down into the floor. Sliding the toes a couple of inches back. And we're going to float our bodies forward. So our shoulders come very subtly in front of our elbows. Our hips drop, plank. And then we lift all the way back up. Eye gaze to the toes. Lift the hips high. And then float forward again. So you can take your elbows as far forward as you wish. Obviously, an extended plank puts quite a lot more pressure on the shoulder joints. If you wish to drop your knees and do that, please drop your knees. You might want to be on your knees. You okay with that? You can do it just with your knees rocking forward back if you want. Jen, I'm just trusting you. Right, so we're going to do 5 more. Use that top elevation as you lift your hips to stretch, and then use this to warm up the core plank. Squeeze those glutes when we're at that straight line position for the body. Suck the belly in to lift your hips up high. On your last one, just hold your plank. Now, if you want to drop your knees down, please do so. Tuck your tailbone under. Really gripping those buttocks. Push the floor away through the arm. Extend your spine forward. Eye gaze to the front of your mat. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm just going to gently drop our body to the floor. Let your feet back, hips apart, not too wide. Bring your fingertips to the sides of your temple. Squeeze your belly and just gently lift the upper back off the floor. Do a gentle rotation to one side, gentle rotation to the other side, and back down. We're still warming up the body at the moment. Lift, squeeze shoulder blade, squeeze shoulder blade, and drop. Now, when you turn and rotate up down, pin your feet to the floor, lift your kneecaps off the ground so your legs are active. Obviously, the glutes are active. And try not to let the opposite elbow touch the floor when you're elevating the other one up to the sky. So we're going to do 4 more of these. Imagine you're pivoting on the spot, turning the body. Last 2. So I've got 1 more each side. And then just gently drop down, slide the hands underneath your forehead. Slide the legs closer together. Lift your right leg up off the ground, extend it, lower it back down and swap to the other side. So as you lift your legs, you want to feel your hip bones pressed into the floor. And as you lift the leg, you're squeezing the glute. That's the first part that needs to be active. Squeeze the glute and imagine you're lengthening your leg and pushing your leg away from the rest of your body. You're just lifting up, dropping down. So warming up, so hip extenders, we're doing hip extension, but warming up bottom. We're adding a little bit into this. Next time you lift your right leg, lift it, fold the heel in, push the leg away, drop it down, left leg up, fold it in, lengthen, drop it down. We're warming up. So when you pull that heel into the bottom, your thigh is as high off the floor as possible, but the hip stays low. So I don't want to see any water here. Oh, no. No. Keep going, 4 more. Now, when you've done that last hamstring curl, drop the feet to the floor. Take a little wriggle through that lower back. Extend your arms forward. So this time, we're going to lift our bodies up like this. And we're going to squeeze our elbows back, opening our legs to a wide V, lifting everything away and lowering back down to the floor. So we lift. Open the legs wide, pull the elbows back, squeeze, lengthen, and lower down. You're just going to do 8 of these. I've got 3 more left. So make your love view higher, more of a squeeze. One more big elevation, big lift, big squeeze. And then we're going to lengthen away. And we're just going to do a little swim kick, just speed it up. Work it. If you need to drop your arms, your back's fit in there. Or challenge yourself, get everything off the floor. Lengthen. 5, 4, lift the chest, 2, and release. Oh. Now we're going to slide our hands underneath our shoulders. Carefully lift ourselves up. Curl the spine. Pull back if you need to. So I've now got my bum more in the air. I'm lifting my arms and I'm melting my hip check down, but I've got more of a stretch down the sides of my lap, down the sides of the back. Right. Bring yourself forward onto your hands and knees. Grab your weights. Going behind your right leg. So it's gonna go one direction here. So you hover your right knee off the floor and squeeze that weight right behind your leg. We're just gonna lift and we're gonna lower to start with. So a little with a leg extension. So we're going to lift this leg up behind her. I'll lower back with automatically want to stick. So if you put your belly in like tight, it will stop it from sticking. So we lift this leg kind of up in line with the side and lower it back. We try not to rotate through the hip. We will naturally start to float our bodies over to the left. Soften through the elbows, no pressure in that shoulder. Obviously, the heavier the weight, the better the sit. Does anybody want to borrow 4? No. 4 more, big breath. All the way up, all the way down. Hold the pulse one up in the air, the 2 pulses. So whilst we're pulsing here, squeeze the weight even more, so your hand is a little bit more active. So you want to tuck that weight right into behind that knee. Squeeze that right glute as best you can. And that's the right glute, it's the only thing that's controlling it. So up, 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 up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come down onto your elbows. Take your right arm out to the side. Take your weight into the left glute. So your weight is on that side. Lift the leg out, drop it back down. Abduction. Now, you want to control this with 4. Feel the right side of the belly to the feeling at the leg lift. So when you're lifting these knees up, make sure the knee is your dominant one. But what happens is when it gets a bit hard, your foot will float away before your knee reaches. Your knee is the first thing that lifts, your foot follows. So look at your leg position. It's very common for the foot to just take over and be the first thing to float up. Give me 5. You should be feeling it. 4. If you're not looking at 3. You know the pattern now. We hold up at the top, we hold it. Now squeeze the weight. Squeeze the lodge that hand through. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Press up and down. Come on, down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's a movement. Let's get it higher. Nice voice. And just line that right leg away. Just stretch into the hamstring. So push your elbows into the floor, push back into that right heel, extending the leg. Your left buckle should have felt that one. Well, you're right, actually. Now, stay on your knee. Bring your light weight around to the front of your mat. I can give you a slightly lighter weight if you want this. Yeah. I'll see how you feel. Back to basic Pilates. Good old squeezing of those shoulder blades with these weights. Our feet are going to be grounded, looking in line at this time. Take them to the corners of your mat. Sometimes the old school exercise is the best exercise. So you're just going to lift your chest without your weights to begin with. Then form back for a big squeeze. Return them. Then lower your chest to the floor. We lift the chest for 1. We squeeze back for 2. We return the weights for 3. We learn that for 4. They're right. Carry on. For 1 kilogram, it's be okay. Yeah. So let's say really big into the chest, a massive squeeze deep into the shoulder, but those back extension muscles. when you pull these weights back, you want to try and keep your weight level with your shoulders. Quite often the weights fall here. Lift your forearms up and everything's equal, and then drop it down. So wherever you are, we're going to do 5 more. Now again, push your hip bones to the floor, squeeze your glutes, or your belly in. Just make sure you're breathing. Last 2. And when you do last one, drop your weights down, drop your head, take one of your weights and swing it around. Hold on to the ends with your hands resting on your buttocks. Extend your arms as long as they will go and pull your shoulder blades back behind your shoulders away from the floor. Lift the chest and raise your arms up and tap the buttocks. We're staying up the whole time, so the chest goes to the floor, and we're just lifting and lowering. Now, this is a comfortable posture. If you're going around your shoulders, your arms are not going to lift up very far on this one. This is what you're doing it. We lift and lower. Lift and lower. The upper body stays isolated, so don't let your chest drop down or lift any higher. But see if you can just lift up. Then up and down. Give me one more. Hold the weight up in the air and pulse it. Now, squeeze your shoulder blades, lengthen your arms, press, 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 press. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Just drop your head to one direction, slide the weight off your buttock. Turn your head the other way. Maybe how something like that I think would be quite easy, normally. So, but it's really good. So your time, come up onto your hands and knees again. Let's go for that lovely cat stretch again, because we've done a lot of back extension. I want you to stay here for a good 10 seconds. But as you stretch, all your active, you almost do like a crunch inwards. So you're working the core as well as stretch. And then as we breathe out, we undulate through the spine, back to neutral, grab your weight, left leg. Then pull the calf towards the hamstring to activate the hamstring muscles. Hands onto shoulders, back flat. Core fixed in. Left knee hovers and we lift up, down. So let's just focus on pulling that leg a little bit tighter. Hold that weight a little bit more. Go for 4 more. We hold up. And we go straight in. Little tiny squeeze from the buttocks. Try and keep the knee level with your hip. Try not to rotate. Now squeeze the weight even more. Activate that hamstring and then really squeeze that left butt cheek to lift that leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it down. Pause there for a moment and then lower down to your elbows. Take a nice one, we don't, sorry. We lower down to the right elbow, we take the left arm out. Take your weight over into that right butt cheek and lift the left leg out to the side. Abduction. Working that outer thigh and buttock. Now, this is an opportunity to squeeze deep into that weight. This is where you can tend to lose your weight, slides out from the leg. So remember when you do the other side, don't let your foot go higher than your knee goes higher than your foot. Your foot just follows. Doubly, we're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Let's get these legs up higher. 3, bellies on. 2, stay up on the top, lift it up, hold, and let's go. Little tiny squeezes out to the side. Come on, work it. Get the knee high. Get the knee higher. Get the knee higher. 10, 9, 8. Stay high. Right up at the top. Little tiny movements. 5, 4, 3. Lift it higher and release it. Remove the weight. Down. Into the heel, extending the knee. Then we're going to sit down on our bum. Okay. Bring the weights towards you, and then just use it to lift your spine tall. So take it behind you very slightly and lift that. So we're going to do some shoulder presses, working through the abs. So we're going to bring our weights to here, palms facing in, 90-degree angle in the arms. Stay up tall. We're going to lift one arm, drop it, the other arm. So the whole point of this exercise is what we don't want to happen is this. Yeah, this is about lifting up and staying as tall as you can, working through your abs. So we're going to do one more in each arm and then go to 2 arms if you want. Straight up, straight down. So when we drop down, stay at that 90-degree angle, go straight back up, drop down. So we've got tension all the time. If you drop to here, that's resting. You don't want to rest, you want to stay, tension. Now lift your spine up taller and reach your abs. We've got 10 more to do. Have a look at those elbows, bring them in front of you, straight back up. Shoulders should be starting to feel this, lift taller. 5. Have you started to float backwards? Lift yourself up. 3, 2, hold. Lift your chest. I want the elbows dead straight. Up. 5, 4, 3, lengthen and release. Take them back behind you. Lift up. That would be really easy standing up. That's it for that. That's an abdominal exercise. Weights coming in front of the chest. Now we're going to scoot back 1/4 or halfway. Feel free to make it if you need to. And all we're going to do is an abdominal rotation. Trying to tap the foot to the floor. So you're just doing a rotation on the spot. Tap out. You can do this. No way. So start with that. But don't do that. Like that. Hope your arms doing the side. Don't have to tap through, by the way. So important is your tummy still in this. Yeah, it's not going a bit lower. We're going to go 8, 7, 6. Come on, let's turn. Squeeze those thighs together so they're not shooting all over the place. You don't want to have legs shooting all over the place. Squeeze them in. Last 2. One more. Hold. Hold. So imagine you're crunching down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll come it up. And then hands to the floor, lift. Okay, so we did shoulder press earlier. Now we're going to do triceps, exactly the same position. So you need to get that posture perfect, rock the shoulders, set yourself up. 1 way or 2 way. Stand up, and we're going all the way down in between those shoulder blades and extending all the way up. Now, triceps. Really important thing to talk about. I would rather you drop the weight and make sure your elbow stay sensitive and fully extend and put back down and the shoulders relax. You don't want to have elbows in the other. Elbows tucked in and extend the whole time. It's a challenge. So if you feel like that, put the weight down and set it in. Now, you want to step up tall, you can pause and hold there. We're going to 8, down, 7, 6, 5, 4. With the whole. Now this time, scoot the belly into the neck, roll down, halfway, hold. Extend those arms, up towards the sky, close to the ears, up towards the a little bit lower, up close, 10, 9, come on, 8, 7, drop it, 5, elbows extended, 4, 3, not 2, 1 more, all the way up. Bring your waist to chest, and we're going to control your roll to the floor. Taking your arms off the back of shoulders. So you're going to keep your right arm up. Your left arm is going to drop down to the floor, kind of somewhere between shoulder and hip. So like, what I mean by that? Like a half arrowhead. Take your legs wider. Then turn your palms to face towards your feet. You're going to take your right arm back behind, almost to the ground. Your left leg and arm are going to come up to the sky. Either stay here and just crunch and reach, and then lower down and repeat, or lift all the way up, touch your toes, all the way back. Now you need to keep your legs wide. Your left elbow can just slightly support that elevation, but don't rely on it. You don't want to have any shoulders carrying the tension on this. And we're just reaching across those obliques to touch those toes and all the way down. And we're going to go 6 more. Two more. So we do our last one. We're going to drop down, bring that right arm back above the shoulder, bring your left leg up to the sky, lift up towards those toes. You might want to stay here and do some gentle pulses reaching up. Or, come on. So get the leg moving, get the arm moving. 8, 7, squeeze the belly, get yourself up there. Come on, touch those toes every time. Last 2, one more. And then release. Take that right arm out in line with your shoulders to the floor. Take your left arm to match the right arm, so they're both out in line with your shoulders. Bring the legs into the center, up onto tabletop. The legs are going to move to the left, eye gaze to the right, back to center, and same direction. Legs to the left, eye gaze to the right, back to the middle. If you wish, legs straight. And you're doing half a pendulum, shoulder blades in front. Just do a little fine work. Okay, 4 more. So that left side and back. Come back to the middle. Pause in the middle. And point your toes. Drop your left leg down, and then switch to the right leg. And switch to the left leg. And switch to the right leg. And just continue. Don't do this. Yeah. Switch. Switch. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs to the sky. Bend your knees, tuck them in towards your bottom, and drop the knees all the way over to the left. So hit the floor. That left weight sits on the thigh, and we take it to twist. That shoulder, top of the chest. Let's release the weight from the thigh. Lift the knees in, and then when you come to center, pop your feet on the ground. Bring both your weight on top of your thighs, or top of the thigh, or hips, wherever you prefer. And then raise your hips up into a bridge. So ground down through all 4 corners of your feet, then push down to elevate those hips. And give me some presses up and down here. Just pull your knees a little bit closer in, and use buttocks, get a little bit of movement to the hip. Do 6 more little presses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top. Now lift your heels. Lift your hips. Press again. So slightly change the exercise. You might feel that a little bit more in your thighs. And let's lift up higher. You don't have your arms to support here. 10, 9, 8, 7. Let's get higher. 6, 5, 4. Lift it up. Last 2. Hold there. Drop their heels. Press the hips up and down. Go. So you should be starting to feel this now. Good. Concentrate into the heels a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pull to the top. Lift your heels. Press up and down. Now you should be feeling that more in the buttocks and the hamstrings up there. This is the last one, I promise. Make this as much effort into this as you can. 10 more presses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on, lift up to this last one. A few more. And then we drop the heel, we hold it down. So very nice. Slide your legs flat down onto the ground. Bring your weight towards your chest. Look towards your toes. Roll up. Sit tall at the top. I'm going to try slightly heavier weights this time. Shoulder. So we sink down this time. We're not up here. We are lower. Right. Arms fully extended on the floor. Arms facing up. That's their starting point. That's where you go every time. So we do 4 all the way up the shoulders, all the way back to the floor. So your elbows pin into your hips when you do so. So there's no swinging of your front. So it's up to you how far back you want to go. You really need to curve that spine to your C-shaped position. Those elbows in, relax the shoulders. People, picking on people. Pre-COVID day. Yeah, I love it. Standing on people. You're paid to do. Okay, let's go 10 more. Full extension. Two more. And then just drop the weights down, fold it up, push into the weights and lift your spine. Pull your shoulder blade back. Ground, sink back down. Now bring your arm to back, halfway point. So imagine making a curve in the arm. Squeeze back, pull them up. Squeeze back, pull them up. That squeeze back, kick in, that lift up, shoulders kick in as well. Yeah, right. Back. So when I pull my arm back, I have to activate my lower transverse abdominal, then lift up more in the upper abs. We're going 8. Swing it. 7. Swing it. Come on. 6. Get them high. Get them back. 5. 4. 3. Not too far. One more. Bring it up to the sky. Back down. Lower to the floor. Take your left arm up above your shoulder, right arm out to the side, your palm facing down, arrowhead, palm back to position. Take your legs wide. Then turn that palm towards the toes, that left one. Take the arms carefully back behind your head. You lifted your right leg, and your left arm either staying down here, and then lowering down, or lift all the way up to the So if you use the right arm, try not to put too much weight into it, just then a tiny little nudge of support. All right, 4 more. Last 2. 1. And then lower the arm. Bring the legs a little bit closer in. Lift your right leg up. Reach the left arm up towards those toes. Stay here. Press towards those toes. Then lift up and press here. If you're doing it, drop the leg, lift the leg, drop the leg, lift the leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, Release it and then come outside down. Repeat the position with your right arm. Somebody ready, bend your legs. Take it up. And we just up the knees to the right. Left arm stay to the floor. Lift the knees to the center and repeat. Eye gaze to the left if you can. If you wish, right legs, bend your breathe. Now we're going to go 5 times. Sure, love or somebody like me, coming out all about me, make it crazy, too much, so you're feeling like a couple of reps here. Up to the middle after your last one, stretch your leg up to the sky. Lower your right leg down to the floor and switch. So the fast movement in the leg, totally controlled in the abs. Option to bend your knee and tap the toe, switch there. Press. Make it fast on each side. So your legs switch to the middle, so it doesn't wait for the other leg. Go for 8, 7, 6, 3, 4, 3, last 2, legs up to the sky, bend the knees, tuck your heels into your bottom and drop the knees to the right. Getting that right weight onto the thigh and take the rotation here, breathe. And every time you exhale, that left shoulder blade pins the ground. Okay, release the arm back out. Roll back into the middle. Yeah, let go of your weight and hug those knees in. Roll side to side. Feet down. Take your left ankle over your right knee. Lift your right thigh in and take a little stretch today. Glutes that have done quite a lot of work today. Chin instead. You want to go deeper into the stretch. Try to keep the shoulders in the ground, press the ground. Now pop that right foot down. Take hold of your foot with your right hand, the left foot, and then extend that leg as much as it will go to the sky. If you struggle to do it with your hand on the toe, catch hold of the calf, stretch there. Really focus on trying to extend that left knee. And then pull the left hip back down towards the floor, just straight that leg. If you want, right leg can go back to the ground. You're ready, release the leg. So right ankle over left knee. Let's stretch the button from that right side. Chin if you need more. So when you're ready, drop the left foot down, catch that right foot and straighten your leg to the sky. Now, where we can catch that foot, if you turn grip, push that leg straight. You know, sometimes I'll use my right hand to get that straight and stretch. Further, you can straighten your left leg if you wish. And again, you want to try to push right hip further into the floor, you know, lifting that right arm away from the ground too much. Yeah, couple more breaths there. And then when you're ready, release, catch that right thigh, roll yourself up. Your hands behind you, fingers pointing out, just lift your chest through your shoulder blades back behind you. You can drop your head, that's comfortable, just keep looking forward. Then back straight, slide those legs, enter a nice cross-legged position. Lift up. Take your left hand to the right knee up, basically finds the rotation over the shoulder. Roll back. We roll back center, come back center. We lift up. Arms open, big reach. Interlace fingers, push your arms up, stretch up, get really big reach. And then your hands down, because that ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I've got the time again there. We're going to go a little bit more stretching. So great, stay stretched. Any volunteers to help me take some weights to the cart? Great, thanks. Thank you, guys.